You know, I remember a song called, it refers to going down the river to pray. And with a lot of things going on today, a lot of people are feeling forsaken and walked on and abused. You know, they're not understanding everything that's going on. You know, lost loved ones, have lost their home. You know, we've gotten very selfish in this world and forgot what it is to really be thankful for. Well, I can tell you, no matter if you've lost everything else, if you are still breathing, you have a lot to be thankful for. You're still chosen to be here for a reason. You know, I heard it once said, this is as close to hell that we'll get. And this is as close to heaven that the wicked will ever have. If you really think about that, aren't you glad this is as close as you'll ever get? You've tasted it, and it's not good. The Father loves you. He has a plan for all of this going on. It hasn't all been laid out yet. I've lost a lot. I've made mistakes. But you know, trying not to make those mistakes and trying to do the right thing again and set my heart right, I believe is what really matters. You know, just as Job, everybody's a modern day Job today. Some have lost a little, some have lost a lot. But you know, the more you lose, the more you can be blessed with. And it's not necessarily that we deserve it. Sometimes we have to work out that little bit of pride we have left back in us to bring us to a humble place, to come by the river and pray to the Father and open your heart to Him. Allow Him to make you a new heart, a clean heart after Him. And the biggest piece of humble pie is praying for your enemies. When Job prayed for his enemies, everything that he had lost had been restored double. Keep walking by faith. If you've never been to church, you know what? That's a building with brick and mortar. And this untempered mortar that they have built today is gonna fall. You're easier to reach because you're not indoctrinated to really hear the truth of how much the Father that created everything loves you. How can you see a baby take its breath for the first time, take its first cry, rejoice upon someone's death because you know the victory is already won? Why wouldn't you want that? Why would you just say this is it and that's all? Don't you want more that's promised from a creator that made everything? I'm going to tell you, He's real. If you don't believe, He is real. You know why Jesus wept? When He went to Lazarus and they said he'd been dead for 4 days? Because of their unbelief. It's not that He couldn't do it. He had no doubt in that. He wept because He didn't believe anymore. They saw His miracles, but they still didn't quite get it. The Father's good all the time. You know, when we do something, He turns His face because we need correction. He allows it, just as Job. But if we remain faithful, twofold can be restored. All it takes is one little seed planted of faith that can grow into a mighty tree. I realized everything of the past, has been for other purposes, won't return void. You see the boomerang effect with the Father, it doesn't return void, which means it doesn't return back. The only thing that returns back are curses that someone speaks over you. Now we understand reaping and sowing.